Are the gods we worship really forgotten, or are they more open and obvious than we actually realize? So there's an article online that says, "Why does this religion worship forgotten gods?" And it had me thinking, are the gods of Greece actually really forgotten? I would argue and say that they may be more in mainstream than we realize. How many movies every year come out um, that are based on Greek mythology? How many shoe brands and things we use named after the gods and goddesses? How many times do we go to Valentine's Day and celebrate Valentine's Day and think of Aphrodite and Cupid? I was just working yesterday at my job and I was using some clear printing paper, and the name of the brand was Apollo. So, and then I say Apollo and I think of Apollo Creed in the movie Rocky. So, names of the gods, and they're out there if you want to look for them. I mean, we don't really think about it. There's like Hermes brand jewelry. There is Mercury cars. So for the Roman people that worship the Roman gods, so I can just think of it. Versace, their logo is Medusa head, stuff like that. So the gods are not forgotten. In fact, I'd argue that they're more mainstream, and people aren't just realizing it. So I've made videos on why do we worship the gods of Greece over what is called mainstream religions. So you can check out my videos on that. But I just wanted to comment uh, on the idea that the gods of Greece, like Zeus and Hera and Hermes, are forgotten. It's anything but the case. I could probably walk up to people, and they, for the most part, they could probably name me uh, 3 or 4 gods of the ancient Greeks. They could probably name me Zeus. They could name me possibly Hera, Aphrodite. They would know. But if I asked them to name me uh, 10 more people in particular religious, in particular religions outside the obvious, to name some of those, they probably would have a hard time to think of that. I don't want to name religions or what, but if I asked for names from certain religious beliefs, they'd probably have a harder time of giving me names from that than naming Zeus and Aphrodite and Diana and stuff like that. I mean, speaking on that, names that derive from the gods and goddesses are still alive and well today. Diana being an example. And so there you go. And Apollonia, the name Apollonia, that comes from Apollo. So the gods are not forgotten. And we walk in our cities, and Nashville, for example, not just at the Parthenon, but I was just strolling through the city when I was visiting, and above one of the buildings, I'm not even sure what the building was supposed to be, there was a statue of Hermes on top of the building. So, forgotten? I don't think so. So, I think they're actually more mainstream. Because people nowadays may not 100% actively worship them, but they've become part of pop culture. And so they think they're neat and cool, so they still erect god statues and goddess statues without knowing that we're not even really thinking about how they're building a statue to a god or goddess. Example being the Statue of Liberty is based on the Roman goddess Libertas. So they build statues to gods and goddesses still without even really thinking about it. So forgotten? I don't think so. Anyway, guys, hope you guys like this video about why do we worship the gods and goddesses in the 21st century. Again, I've done videos on that, so I didn't really want to touch on that. So check out my channel. Some of my previous videos, I do touch on that. I think it's why do I worship Zeus? It's just mythology or something like that. Anyway, check that out if you want to hear of my little video about why we worship the gods. Anyway, guys, check it out. And I'm glad you guys like this video. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.